All right. So what we ended up doing today is we did another mentor text, and again, all these mentor texts that we were sharing with you, we want you to try to go outside your comfort zone and kind of try to write like they did. And so this one today is actually called "Dear Basketball." It's by Kobe Bryant. Um, and essentially, what this is Kobe basically writing a love letter to basketball because basketball is like his passion. And so we're actually going to watch a video. I'm going to have you watch a video here in a second. And it goes through this poem. And then we're going to go through and I'm going to kind of annotate a couple things for you to kind of help you to get to that writing like this. Okay. So in order to do this mentor text and to hear it, what you're going to do is you are going to pause this video here in a second. And then you are going to go to the reading writing course underneath the mentor text folder. You're going to click on the one that says Dear Basketball Video. I also have the mentor text here as well. This mentor text actually just goes to the website for it. But you'll see this and you'll scroll down. And if you want to, you can also have this up, like double screen it or split screen, I mean. You can kind of follow along with it as well. So here's the mentor text. You're going to get a copy of the mentor text, the one that looks like this, when you get back to school. But anyways, so what you're going to do is you're going to go here. You're going to watch this video. Click here. And you're going to watch this video first. So I want you to watch that. Once you are done with that, you're going to come back to this video and I'll tell you what else to do. So watch that first. So go ahead and pause. Go to watch that video and then come back to me. All right, so you should have watched this video, and some things you can kind of gather from it. And if you need to open up this, you can. Again, this is right here, mentor text, Dear Basketball. You can open it and we'll go to this. And I'm going to actually show you this on my screen because I have the actual paper copy here, but looks like this. So I'm going to kind of go through this and just kind of talk about what are some things that we notice in this that we could use in our own writing. All right, so Dear Basketball. So again, this is kind of like a love letter. And so just to annotate this a little bit, this is a love letter. There's some sort of really strong bond or relationship that Kobe had with basketball. So we're talking directly to basketball. So it says, from the moment I started rolling my dad's tube socks and shooting imaginary game-winning shots in the Great Western Forum, I knew one thing was for real. I fell in love with you. Okay, so this kind of, again, goes back to the whole love letter aspect. But this right here is like how the passion started. Okay, so how did basketball become such a big thing in his life? And so he's saying how that is this thing. Let's see some other things that we know here. As a love so deep, I gave you my all, from my mind and body to my spirit and soul. As a 6-year-old boy, deeply in love with you, I never saw the end of the tunnel. I only saw myself running out of one. So referring to things like about the sport as well, going through a tunnel in the sense of going into the arena or the court, having the court here. So using words that go along with your passion. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. So using words like court, ball, hustle. Those are words that go back to basketball. So as you're starting to think about your own passion and what your own thing that has changed your life, think about words that describe that passion. Okay. I gave you my heart because it came with so much more. I played through the sweat and hurt. So again, just describing that. Not because challenge called me, but because you called me. So speaking directly to the passion, which is basketball for him. So he spoke directly to the sport of basketball. Okay. All right. And then up here, gave him his Laker dream. Always have love for you for it, but I can't love you obsessively for much longer. This season is all I have left to give. My heart can take the pounding, my mind can handle the grind, but my body knows it's time to say goodbye. And that's okay. So this part right here is like talking about the end, talking about retirement from the sport, from his passion. I know, and we both know, no matter what I do next, I'll always be that kid with rolled up socks. So this right here is like repetitive. So he ends this, but he also starts with it up here. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see this. So it starts with the whole, hey, this is how it started. And he goes, you know what? Even though it did end, I'm still that same person who did this. So this right here is repetitive here, repeated. Okay. So again, there's a lot of description here, and it is. It's like what did this sport, basketball, do for him? And that's what he ended up saying. Hey, this is what you did for me. Thank you, and I love you for it. That kind of thing. So what I want you to do for me is you are going to type an email to me, and that email is going to be your own love letter to your own passion. Now, yes, this one is about a sport. And so if you have a sport in mind, you can use that. If you have something else you're like, I don't really know, you can be passionate about. I had some kids do playing video games. I had kids who did writing. So they did deer writing. They did deer, I'm trying to think of other ones that people did. Um, Writing, drawing, you could do that one too. I did someone do scrapbooking. I did someone do, let's see, you can even do baking if you like that. Anything that you're passionate about, anything that you feel has changed your life, that's given you purpose or given you something like that. I had another student who did family because they really couldn't think of anything. So they said, dear family, and then it says, from the moment I blank. Um, which gets me into the next thing is in your email, you can actually use part of what he did. So if you wanted to even just like use the same format he did and say dear blank, and then say from the moment I, and do something that goes along with your own passion, you can. So explain your own. So use his starters in the sense of how he started each little verse or each different thing here, and add in the description for your passion. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for from you, and I'm going to show this to you really quickly just so you can see all the things that you may end up needing. But this is what you're going to do. You're going to email me, and you can title it Dear Basketball MT, which is mentor text, and you're going to type a love letter to your passion. So you're going to say Dear blank. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to add this. So here's how you're going to start it. You're going to say Dear blank. And if you want to, you can go ahead and do this. From the moment I, and then finish that statement. You can finish it. You can use the mentor text to help you. I know you don't have the actual physical mentor text, but again, if you wanted to go here, you can listen to the video again. Or you can click on this link and it will take you to this, and you can see the words that he used, and you can use those to help you with your own. Okay? All right, once you are done typing that, all you're going to need to do for me is you are going to send me that email. I'm going to look for that, and that way I know that you did it and give me credit. If I don't get this from you, it will go in as missing. So make sure you end up doing that. But that's all I have for you. So, all right, have fun.